And welcome back, everyone, to the Crimson Tide Sports Network. This is Roger Hoover, and it's time once again for Quarantine Q&A, and that is presented by Alabama One Credit Union. They've been voted Tuscaloosa's best credit union and best mortgage lender. Alabama One offers low-rate auto, mortgage, and business loans, plus protection for it all. With Alabama One Insurance, you can visit any of their 9 local branches, or you can check them out online at alabama1.org. Alabama One, a proud supporter of Crimson Tide women's athletics. And today we're talking about women's basketball here at the Capstone as we welcome in Coach Constantine, Janese Constantine, who is now part of Christy Curry's staff as an assistant coach. And Coach, first of all, roll tide. Welcome to Alabama. How's everything gone for you here?
Roll Tide. Thank you so much. It's been exciting. It's been a whirlwind. Ever since we got down here, things have been kind of nonstop, but that's okay. That's a good thing. That means things are going in the right direction. And so, yeah, just out kind of today's actually my husband's birthday, so out just trying to get a couple things done and for us to be able to celebrate. And so, yeah, we're good. We're enjoying our time.
Well, happy birthday certainly to Paul. He's on the football strength and conditioning staff, and really it was him that helped lead you to Tuscaloosa in the first place. What can you tell us about the crazy journey it's been over the last few months?
Yeah, for sure. So back in about I think February, I think that's when kind of thing everything kind of went down. His boss, David Ballou, got the call to come down here and interview, and obviously I don't have to get a story that they ended up offering him the job, and he knew he wanted to bring Paul with him. And so I could tell my husband's excitement. I knew he wanted to come, and just as a wife and knowing his goals in this, and what he wants to do in this profession, it was like, how can you say no, to Alabama football and this great opportunity? And so with that came, I knew I would have to resign from coaching the IU, which was truly, truly hard. It was probably, I really say it was probably one of the hardest decisions that I've ever had to make. Not that putting my family first was a hard decision, but knowing I was leaving a great program, a great boss, a great family atmosphere, great players, like everything was kind of lined up for me there. My family was only about an hour away. I'm originally from Indianapolis. But anyway, with all that being said, we moved down here in about mid-May. And I was committed. I was just going to be a stay-at-home mom to our son, PJ. And probably about 3 weeks in, they had an opening come up, and Coach Curry and I talked, and it just kind of went from there. I've known her for a long time. I've known her since high school when she was at Purdue, and I've always had a lot of respect for her. I've always thought she was an amazing person. She's so sweet. Her heart is big. We communicate with each other on the road, and so we sat down for a meal, and that was the rest is history.
Certainly is. And you talk about history, you mentioned your son PJ being born in September. Then you have the Indiana women's basketball season. You all were having a great year, beat South Carolina, look like we're ready for a long run in the NCAA tournament. Then the COVID-19 pandemic shuts down everything. And all of a sudden, you're in Tuscaloosa, and now you're a part of the women's basketball staff here. Has this been just the most noteworthy year you've ever had in your life?
Truly, truly, it has been, crazy. Not only because I had my son on a Saturday, so football Saturday. So the IU was actually playing up at Michigan State. My husband stayed back for that game. Um, then we had him, and then I stayed. I was on maternity leave for about 10 weeks. So I was not at that game when they beat South Carolina, but I was still very much in tune, in touch with our players and staff, and talking to them, and watching film, and just doing everything that I could be doing from home. And then when I returned, it's like we got rolling, man. The girls were, again, just rolling. A great season, set records, crazy fans, and we're in conversation of being a 4 seed, 4 or 5. So I had conversation of potentially hosting, and so you just feel good. We felt like we were playing some of our best basketball, and then it hit, and then and it was crazy because actually, so I knew, actually before the season ended that we were coming to Tuscaloosa, because it happened in the February, and so we were going to finish the season strong. I had told my girls back at IU that they didn't want them hearing about it online and stuff like that. So so all that happened, and then we were here, and then you get down here. Well, first my husband came back to Bloomington because he was down here for a little bit, and he comes back. So we're at home for like 2 months. It felt like this is like, what are we gonna do? What's going on? Then we come back down here. They're still not working right away. The girls aren't, their guys aren't back, and it was just crazy. Like this is talking about noteworthy. I probably need to write all this stuff down in a journal somewhere about everything that's happening. But no, it's been good. We kind of live our life like that, a little bit on the edge, a little bit kind of uncertain sometimes. But one thing we do know for certain is that God's always got us, and He's always got a plan. And so that's how I feel like with everything that's worked out down here. And I'm so thrilled and so excited about joining this program. Everybody has welcomed me with open arms. The girls have been phenomenal, the ones that I've met, and I'm excited. I'm excited about this new journey. I'm excited about a new family, and just what this program can do.
And when you look at the opportunity here in Alabama, it can really be similar to your time at Indiana, because that is a program that had been out of the NCAA tournament for a few years. It had some success in the women's and IT, and
Yep.
now we're starting to make that climb. You got to be excited that all the pieces to do that are here at Alabama as well.
For sure, for sure. I feel like the pieces are set. They had a great season last year. They were right on the cusp. Had some big wins. The girls, I've been to talk to a majority of them. They seem super confident. They seem like they're eager. They're determined, and the foundation is laid. And not only the foundation, the resources are here too. And so I think this is going to be. We got goals for the NCAA tournament this coming up here, and so however the season plays out, because obviously that's still kind of, I think TBD with the whole COVID and just how things are going to go about. We're optimistic for it, but you never know. But whatever happens, I think this team truly believes and is going to do everything that we can to put ourselves in a situation to be playing in March in the tournament.
And I mentioned a phone call with Coach Curry when the job did come open, but that's not the first time you've talked to Coach Curry. How long have you known the Curry family, going back to your high school days and kind of the relationships you built through the years?
Yep. So I was in high school from I think 2000 to 2004. But if I'm not mistaken, Coach Curry got to Purdue in like '01 or something, or 2000, because they won. Carolyn Peck had won the national championship, and then Coach Curry had got there, and they were so good. Like
Mm-hmm.
I know so many of those players that have played in that program. I still keep in touch with several of them today, um, and so I've known her for a while. So, and then my brother was actually big time football player coming out of high school, and he went on an official visit to Purdue. And so when he went on his official, I got to go to a women's basketball game, got to go back in the locker room and just do all that kind of stuff. So I've known them for a long time. And then one of my really good close friends was her GA down at Texas Tech, and so she got to work for her for 2 years, and all she did was rant and rave about how awesome she was. And so yeah, it's been a good Lord, that's almost 15 years since about 2000, I think. Yeah, if I'm not, no, 20. Yeah. If I get my math right, I'm doing math live, and I'm like, oh Lord, don't get it wrong. But yeah, so I've known coaching them for close to about probably 20 years.
And that's outstanding. And of course, you are part of a husband and wife coaching tandem with Paul, and you got to love being around the family atmosphere that Coach Curry and her husband Kelly have really built here at Alabama.
That's another thing that I think is just so cool. It's like you don't meet a lot of husband and wives who can do this profession together, in any kind of capacity. Sometimes because there are certain states that don't allow husband and wives to work together, and there are certain people with their family dynamics that can't make it work. And so it's been a huge blessing now to see and watch Coach Christie and Kelly operate as a husband and wife, but yet when you're in the office and things like that, they're Coach Curry and Coach Kelly. You just see them operating as two coaches, and but you just get to see them raise their daughters in this atmosphere, and to listen to Coach talk about the strong relationship that her daughters were able to build with some of her former players, and how she could call any of them and get advice and things like that. Like, it's so promising to me, and so something I look forward to for PJ is just I think he's going to have the best of both worlds with the football and basketball world, and being around a lot of great student athletes and coaches, and just a big family.
And along with that family atmosphere, a lot of care for the players. And right now, with everything that's going on in the world, Alabama women's basketball players are taking action as they registered to vote earlier in the week. Obviously, Alabama athletics, along with the rest of the country, observing Juneteenth today. You got to be proud of a program that is taking these steps forward, like we saw with your team this week.
Super proud of just not only words, but like you said, action, and super proud for even the diversity that we get to be a part of in a time like this, where obviously Black Lives Matter is a huge um, is a huge stance right now, and a huge stance that we're taking, and that we believe in. But just to see everybody, backing it. It doesn't matter right now the color of their skin. Everybody is kind of behind the movement, and everybody is showing love, and everybody is showing care. And so that's important to me. That's important for me as a mother, for my son, to be raised like that, to love people. And yes, we will teach about certain things, and he will have certain um, things that he knows about his history and things like that. But at the end of the day, I want him to love people, and I want him to love more and love harder and love differences, and just grow up, and obviously I believe that seeing color is something natural that people, there's no, like, you can't help but to see it, but I don't want him that to be anything that holds um, any weight in how he goes about his relationship buildings and things of that nature. And so I'm excited that this program is taking action, and that even tomorrow they're going to do some volunteer work celebrating Juneteenth. And I just think it's so important. This is bigger. This is bigger than basketball. This is bigger than football. Um, and it's life. And so this is why we coach, is to teach life lessons. And so that makes me very proud.
And that's great to hear. They're going to do some work tomorrow for this program. Just kind of what are the next steps over the course of this summer? And I imagine you're really enjoying getting to meet these young ladies and getting excited, especially about your post players they'll be working with the most.
Yeah, absolutely. I think right now just kind of they're getting back in the swing of things in the weight room, and kind of getting in the gym on their own. I think we're excited to get back on the court with them at some point, because at the end of the day, that is what we love to do. We're here to play basketball. And so being on the court, that's one thing I love development, and I want to see these girls thrive, because I do believe that the harder you work, once you start to see it pay off, it just fuels your fire to work even harder. And so I want to be able to get on the court with the girls, but just getting to know them right now has been good for me. I text with several of them, and several of them welcome me to the family. And so, like I said, they've all been. I got a clean slate right now. I haven't had to yell at any of them, so they all still like me right now. But no, it's good. I think but the message that I've said to them all is that I am just a big believer of work. And if they work hard, there's a lot of things that I can not let go, I guess, if that's a word I want to use. But just don't be lazy. Give me your all. Give me your all for whenever we're on the court, and not just me, the program. You know what I mean? And that I want to encourage, I want to cheer, I want to high five. Well, I guess we can't high five right now in the COVID, but I can give you a couple elbow taps, and I'll be your biggest fan. I just sell out while you're on the court. Pay the price to be great, and I'm looking forward to it.
Well, Coach, we love your energy. We love your passion already for the Crimson Tide, and we certainly look forward to watching your work with Coach Curry and the rest of the coaching staff for women's basketball. But on behalf of everybody with Alabama, just thank you for coming in on the Crimson Tide Sports Network today, and we certainly hope you enjoy Paul's birthday. Hope PJ is doing well as well. We're glad to have you all as part of the Crimson Tide family. Roll Tide, and thank you again.
Roll Tide, and thank you so much.
All right, that was Coach Constantine, newest member of the Alabama women's basketball coaching staff. Thanks for watching another edition of Quarantine Q&A presented by Alabama One Credit Union.